Welcome back to the podcast where I'm Duran.
I'm Mike.
I'm Michael Sr.
And we are Before We Forget. But we got our guest here, Pastor Mike. We want to ask him a quick question. So the question is it harder to find a good woman or is it harder to find a good man? What you think?
That is a very interesting question. But before I go that way, we would have to be able to define what we mean when we say good woman or good man. What makes a person good? If it's a woman or if it's a man?
So
Our,
let's say it's all the above. Well, what we consider to be good. So that means a faith based. That means a nice, spirited person, somebody that do good out in the community. All the above. That's what's making these people good. But is it better to find a woman in that aspect or a man in that aspect? So God fearing man, God fearing woman, all of that. No kids, head on straight. Everything is good. Rap sheet look delicious.
I think it would be easier to find a good woman.
Easier?
A good woman. I think it would be yes. What was the question again?
Now you answered it because you
What
said
Yeah.
easy. You answered it.
To find a good man or a good woman. I say a good woman, and the way I see that nowadays is because to me, when I look at a good person, is someone that makes you feel complete, someone that makes you feel needed, special, someone that makes you feel all that a man really looks to feel. I look at them as a good person. It's not based upon their looks. It's not based upon their figure. Uh, it's not based on what they give me or this or that, but it's more or less to me based on how they treat me and how they make me feel. Because every woman is not a good woman in my book.
Hmm. But it's still easier to find a good woman than it is for a woman to find a good man.
Yes, to me.
Yeah, I disagree.
Well, why do you disagree?
I think it's harder to find a good woman. Because and I said this before, I think there are more women who think that they're a good woman than there are men who think that they're a good man. Right? I think men live in the facts and the real of they live outside of feelings. They know that blue is blue and red is red. I'm a good guy or I know I'm not a good guy. And I want to be a good guy, so they may work to try to get there. But a guy who ain't nothing already know he ain't nothing. But women, they live in this emotional world. Their emotions are more than what men have. And I think more women believe that they're good women when they're not up to that standard yet.
No, it's not really about think. I think that it's easier for a woman is because first and foremost, a woman opens up faster than a man. A woman takes things more serious than a man. It's harder to find a good man than it is a woman because a man sometimes uh, is not willing to commit. A man is afraid uh, of commitment. And when a woman is open to it and she falls uh, in love faster, uh, she gives more of herself faster. Uh, and so I always known in my 61 years of growing up that it was always easy. I ran away a lot of good women because of my stubbornness, my foolishness, my pride, and I just didn't want to accept the fact that this was a good woman. Now I look back over my life. You never realize what you have until you lose it. Uh, and so I consider that, and I know my son is 28 years younger than me, and he's still growing.
Still green behind the ears.
I always say I was once his age, but he was never mine, and so that's why I say that. I know this is a different generation now. I don't think it took him that long to find him a good wife. He found him a good woman real quick.
I found me the best woman.
Okay, he found him the best one real quick, but then he tied
But
around.
I also talked to some women who thought they were good women, and they weren't.
But you knew they wasn't either. You knew that. What did that old man told you? You told me he told you. Date a
That
woman that
when
you can see.
yeah. When you're dating, you're supposed to date because you see qualities of a wife in this woman, and I followed that.
I did.
But it doesn't. But it
There were
doesn't.
a lot of women that I tried to get him to talk to. He didn't want to talk to them because he didn't see a wife in them, a quality of a wife. And sit him, and he just said, "A man, good man."
But
hard as it is,
it is harder to find
okay.
a good woman.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
y'all
saying.
on the same.
It is harder.
On the same.
No, he said it's easier to find a good woman because of all of the good women that he had, but he messed over.
Okay.
Right? In my opinion, how do we necessarily know that those are good women? Because if it is a good woman, she knows her value, she knows her worth, her mental capacity is there, and she wouldn't put up with Michael Dwyer Sr. that was in the past.
Yeah, to put the SR.
Oh yes, yes, they would have because you know one side of me, but Michael Dwyer Senior back off in the past was
he was a Mac,
very charming, romantic, and he knew how to treat a woman. I played on them and all of this, yes, and so I knew that they were good women, but I didn't want good women. I wanted the bad women.
See, me,
but it's not just you though. Right?
It's the whole.
Because if you make a mistake once, it's a mistake. If you continue making that same mistake over and over again, that's a choice, right? And so if you look at you look at some of these women, and they date a bad man, and then they date another bad man, and then they date another bad man, they're making a choice. Something right there. They probably met for every bad man that they end up dating, they probably met 3 good guys and passed on them.
That's true.
So that's why
gravitated toward. Most women gravitate toward bad men.
Right. So that's why I say it's easier to find a good guy, right? Because they could easily have said, I know this guy's a good guy, this guy's a good guy, this guy's a good guy, but I'm not gravitating. I'm not feeling the chemistry between them. What I am feeling the chemistry between is, oh, Michael. Something about him just
the man
is
they
pulling.
can say the same thing about the woman. But the woman, it takes the man longer than it would take the woman. If you found a good man and a good woman at the same time, how long you think it would take for both of them to come in? Or I'll say, who you think would come in first? Would be more honest and true and upfront to it. I don't care how good they is first. That woman gonna be quicker than the man.
Like in love? Yeah.
And as in far as being good,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be the woman. So now you're in agreeing with me that you can find a good woman quicker than a good man.
I'm not agreeing. I'm agreeing that women work off of emotion, so they gonna fall quicker. It does not mean that just because
No,
she
I ain't
fell for
talking
you
about
quicker.
falling quicker. I'm talking about finding a good woman quicker.
If we talking about finding somebody quicker, I think a woman has easier options to find a good man.
Well, can you hold your conversation? I want to talk to my son.
Hold on, real
Durant.
quick. Here's why though, because I feel like women know who the good men are. Women can walk into a room and talk to a guy for 30 seconds and know he's a good man. He something about
A man
him
know
ain't
the
it.
same thing about a woman, Mike. You can flip that. It's the same thing. I can walk into a room and I can know a good woman and I can know one of those slick ones. But because I want one of those slick, you know,
Oh man, I know a woman right now. I know a woman right now. She will cook. She will clean. She do all of this stuff
that
that you
don't make
think.
her a good
Hold on,
woman.
but when you first meet her, you talk to her, you start vibing, you think everything is perfect with her, right? And then next thing you know, y'all get into an argument, and she eyes turn red.
But that don't make her a good woman because she cook, clean, does all that.
But she puts on the qualities of a good woman, or what these men are looking for, because she does those. She probably does really do.
Well, she
them.
might have the chemistry, but what about the compatibility?
I guarantee you would know if she
Oh,
sat,
yes,
if she
you-
came and
I
met with
promise
you at a
God gave
restaurant
me the
and y'all started
discernment
talking,
spirit.
you would not know that is
I
exactly
might not
who it
know
was.
right then and now, but as we continue to keep dating, I guarantee you I know. I guarantee you won't be able to
But
put
what
that
I'm
on
saying
that
with a
long.
woman is, you said y'all have to date. A woman don't even have to date you to know
Oh,
this
yeah,
man
she
is a
ain't
good man.
she don't
This
know it.
man is a good
She
man.
can get food
Something
just
about
like
this
you
man
can
ain't
get
right.
food. She can get food just like you can get
I don't think
food.
so.
I know so.
I don't think so, because I really think women know, they just are in denial about it.
We
They-
be in
women
denial
think that
about it.
women think that they can change men, and men
I don't say it like that.
Hold on. Women think that regardless of anything, they can change men. A man will change for the right woman, but women think that they can change a man, and that over time this man is going to change for her. But the difference is, men work to change a woman. And when men get fooled, it's because they're trying to do what they're naturally built to do for this woman, expecting her to fall in line, and she never does. Women are trying to make a man change from what he naturally is.
A man?
See, we can't even go. I can't
we
even comment
get
on.
in
I
that
can't
one, Mike.
comment on that
I
part.
can't take
Cause
that.
that's we did a
I can't
podcast
take that because a man think that he can change a woman.
that we did a
Just
podcast.
like a woman thinks she can change a man. And a good woman can change a man.
Mm-hmm. A good woman can make a man change his way
Yeah.
if he wants to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a good man cannot make a woman change her ways.
Oh yeah.
That's all I wanted you
She
to say.
she has to submit.
But
And if she doesn't want to
the
submit,
man gotta submit too. If you go to Ephesians 5:21, it says, "Submit ye one to another as unto the Lord." So when you are not submitting to one another, you're not submitting to the Lord. So that's what I'm saying is use it as unto the Lord. So when you are submitting to one another, it's like you're doing it unto the Lord. And so if you're not submitting here, then you got to realize you ain't submitting to the Lord. See, people don't look at that deep enough. And then after that, it goes into wives, submit to your own husband in the fear of the Lord and this or that.
well, I think we're going to need a part 2 for this, because we didn't dive deep enough. So y'all like, follow, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you on part 2.
Peace.
Peace.